On a rainy night in downtown Seattle, in a place where you can feel the history, where the past calls out, old brick gets a washing. Storefront decorations take on a ghastly glow.
We're gonna head right down over here, give you guys a chance to take some pictures in front of the spooky windows.
In historic Post Alley, a woman named Phoenix Smith holds court. She's a guide for nightly spirits ghost tours. She relishes frightening tales. And every tour ends here at Kells Irish Restaurant and Pub, a Seattle institution, and as it turns out, the most haunted place in all of Seattle.
Statistically, Kells is the most haunted bar in all of America, but from personal experience, it has definitely been the bar that made me a believer.
Why is Kells haunted, and how and what does it all mean? To understand, we must go back in time. This is the Butterworth Building. E.R. Butterworth hired an English architect to design it, and when it was finished in 1903, Butterworth moved Seattle's first mortuary into the building. For decades, almost everybody who died in Seattle passed through these walls. The business end of death took place in these offices. There was a chapel for the spiritual side, and elaborate funeral processions would depart from the fronts of Butterworth and Sons. It was one-stop shopping for the journey from this life into what lies beyond.
A lot of bodies went through here.
Patrick McAleese is the owner of Kells. He will tell you that the site of his business, the backside of the Butterworth Building, was a place for horses and hearses until the remodel.
This is where they switched the fitting room to here, and the embalming room was one floor up.
For decades, strange things have happened here, unsettling things. Maybe you're thinking, I don't believe in ghosts. Patrick isn't sure he does either. And yet, he was telling us of strange goings-on in the early 90s.
Out of the blue, the door just opened. I remember the guys, but my brother Jared at the time and another fellow working along with us refused ever to go back there.
And he tells of them still.
So I spent a lot of time upstairs alone, and a lot of unexplainable certain things that have happened, you know. As I said, people ask me all the time, do I see things? I'm like, no, but I've just had these experiences, you know.
One ghost has been seen so many times that he's been given a name, Charlie.
This is the spot, you know. Mirrors may change, but this is the spot it happens.
People, lots of them over the years, say a happy-looking man in a derby smiles in a reflection of the mirror.
So usually in that top right corner, there's an image of a man in there.
And when they turn around, there's nobody there. Phoenix Smith believes it.
But I had a gentleman taking a picture of his wife, so he's facing the mirror straight on, and she's facing him. And when we looked back at the picture, there was a face profile right behind her head. And that was the first time that I went, something's not quite right here.
This picture was taken during construction a few years ago. Look behind the door. Is it a ghost? I don't know. You tell me. One night 40 years ago, Patrick and his dad were cleaning up. The bar was closed. It was late.
Glass smashes, we hear. Of course, we race back here. Well closed. We're the only two left in the bar. And there was an old mirror here, which was, of course, on the ground, and a candle lit right here. And immediately think, okay, what's going on here? Gotta, you know, start looking around the place, flashlights out, and maybe this person hid under the dishwasher. I don't know, but to this day, it's another, chalk that up to another crazy story at Kells, you know.
And then there's the little girl in the red dress.
Little girl in the red dress, countless. That's just like, that's like, she must work here.
It is said that she is sweet and playful, that she is shy and always wears a red dress. One night, a busy night, Kells was hopping.
We had a big door guy here, Josiah.
We found Josiah.
Oh, shucks. It was probably like around 2010, 2011-ish.
He lives now in St. George, Utah.
I hear footsteps on the stairwell that's right by my right side. And I'm like, what the heck? And it's like little feet running up and down the stairs. And so I turn the corner, and I can only see like the feet going up the stairs. Those little kids' feet. It was definitely a girl's, because I could see just the bottom of her dress. It was red, and she had white stockings on and black shoes. So I'm like, what the heck? So I was like, I get on the earpiece, and I'm like, hey, somebody got kids here? There's a kid up in this back stairwell. Somebody got their kid here? Brent, he goes, there should be no kids here, period. And so I go up the stairwell about 2 flights, and then at the top, I'm like looking at this thing, and it's just a doorway, just one doorway. Nowhere else this little girl could have ran, and it is pitch black in there. And I just kind of like froze, and I like walked into like a little cold space where it was like, holy cow, it's kind of freezing. And the hairs on my neck started standing up, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is the ghost. And I turned and I ran down those stairs so fast. That's just stuff I don't play with. And now all these bouncers, including Karen, are coming like, who's the little girl? I was like, okay, so here's what just happened. And Karen goes, oh my God, you just saw the ghost that people talk about for decades here. I was like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that right now. I'm getting like chicken skin thinking about it.
There's nothing more Irish than a night at Kells. It's a place of joy and celebration. It's also the most haunted spot in all of Seattle, whatever that means. Is it just lore and legend, stories simply conjured from nothing? Or will the restless dead, lost remnants of a forgotten mortuary, wander Butterworth's building for an eternity? I don't know. You tell me.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.